Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about patience. How being more patient can help you manifest a bigger penis. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. Alright, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, tell some friends. And of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram. Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, in this video, we're going to talk about patience. And this is, it's one of the main virtues of being a, beautiful person and being able to just go through life, and it will definitely help you manifest the best and what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Collective, the Big Cock Consciousness, where we help each other grow a bigger, thicker, wider, longer, stronger, and harder penis. And I can help you naturally raise testosterone, human growth hormone, and make you your best version. But without further ado, we're here to talk about patience and how it can make you a better you. And, sometimes I have to get, tested with this. And, how it all correlates is, these feelings of being overwhelmed. It's no good for nobody. So when you're it's like a burning type feeling where it's like this stress type of, it's just like, it's no good. So whenever you get yourself in these situations, the things that you got to remember is, if you woke up this morning and you took a breath, you got a shot. And anything that you just have that's in the middle, of the day or whatever, you ain't got to let it stop you from being you. So you always got to take a couple steps back, take a couple breaths, and understand where you're at. Be like, you know what, this is beautiful. I'm going to get through this. After every storm comes, there's a rainbow, the sun comes out. There's always something to just smile about. I always preach and shout that the smile is divine and it starts inside. And even when you're in a stressful situation, like, earlier I'm on the phone and I don't know what it is with this and this, whatever, if you call it the matrix, you call it life, you call it whatever, you got to talk to somebody. And you have old habits where you might want to think negative thoughts, you know what I mean? And what you got to do is you check yourself, and you might be talking to somebody. You got to at least give appreciation that the person on the other side of the line is neutral. And that's a beautiful thing. That could be something where people would naturally get, like an angry inclination, start saying racist, whatever. Depending on however you're raised, or because usually you might be talking to somebody in another country, and then you gotta give respect that this person's speaking fluent English, and you just start giving gratitude for where you're at. You don't know anybody's battle except for your own. So give appreciation whenever you're on the phone, and you know what? I just change that moment, I change that vibe, I send out love, and I say, you know what? I intend on that person on the other side of the line to have a beautiful day. It's one of the best matrix hacks that you can do along the way. I always got to say it. So whenever you see anybody in your path or even somebody on the phone, you can always send out that love. And I feel that the more people that do this, the better this place is going to be. And I keep having to repeat this because I know the more people that do it, the better we're going to see, man. And you're going to change your reality. You're going to change yourself. And what this all comes down to, today we're talking patience. How does that give you a bigger penis? And it's quite simple. Whenever you're in these stressful situations, it's kind of like, the blood, your blood ain't flowing. You know what I mean? Because what we're about here is keeping that skin glowing, hair flowing, and body growing. And when you're in those situations where you're taken away from you and you're putting it into a situation where you're spending your energy where it doesn't need to be spent. And you always gotta recollect, you know what, is it worth doing that? You know what I mean? And you gotta there's always a prize that you can have at the other side of the argument or whatever you get through, and just being able to have something accomplished is something that you can hang your hat on and be proud of or whatever. That's that's America, you know what I mean? That's something I don't know why I thought of that when you're talking about hanging a hat. But whatever, be as it may, it's something you could be proud of whenever you get through something. And you're going to definitely be hanging heavier whenever you get through, you know, a situation like that. So whenever you're just, you know, sitting there stressed out, always give yourself some space, give yourself a breath, take yourself a rest, and just understand that you are your best and you're going to get through this any which way that you can. There's always, you know, like me, there's always a beer you can have at the end of it or whatever. You know, this ain't always true for some people, and I don't condone anybody drinking alcohol or doing drugs or binge eating or any of the above. It's just more or less that, you know, there's ways of rewarding yourself, you know, for, you know, like for a simple victory like that. And, you know, like, for me, you know, having a beer with the universe is something that I do, you know, because essentially whenever you're drinking alone, you ain't alone, man, because everything in here is where it all starts, man. And if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. Even when you're having a beer, I love the sound, I love the rhyme, I'll say it every time, and go ahead and write that down. If you want beauty to appear, keep your mind clear, have a beer with the universe, you know what I mean? And I'm, like I said, man, if you're not drinking, totally understand it, because alcohol, you know, I always claim that it's like a bridge. But here's another analogy real quick. Alcohol is a lot like fire. Some people, they get burned by fire, but for other people, it keeps us warm. And it's the light and the darkness. And however you find your way with it, you know, I go with the Wu Wei Tao practice, and I don't condone anybody being an alcoholic or whatever. I just say that you find your way. The Wu Wei flow is just the path of least resistance. You know, this one guy was talking about umpire on the commercial or whatever. You see him on here on the YouTube. And, you know, it's just pretty much just going with the flow and just, you know, streamlined butterfly. It's a beautiful thing. And, you know, it's when you're going with the Wu Wei Tao practice, it's something that I like to, you know, incorporate into me. And this is really something with patience, man, because when you're going against the grain, you're going against the way. And the Tao is all about flow. And if you want to grow, you got to keep it flowing. You know what I mean? So understand that we got chakra system. You got your crown, your third eye, your heart. Always come from that heart. Don't forget your penis is on your root. Don't you know, people overlook that, man. Your privates and stuff, you know, it's felt in the astral realm. Just like your smile is divine, that's felt in the astral realm. Love is felt in the astral realm. Sex is felt in the astral realm. These are all feelings beyond the body. And, you know, like, we are more than just what this is, man. We are a light that's inside that is running this at any given time. And we have the magic to make these things do, you know, miracles. So go ahead and write that down. I am magic. I can perform miracles. I can grow, man. And you're going to always show. So understand that, you know, you got a breath, you got a shot, you got the light, you're going to grow. We're on the top, man. This is a beautiful thing. So going back to patience, man, you know, the main thing is, just like I said, man, just don't, you know, just go again, don't go with the, you know, don't resist it, man. You just gotta take your breath, smile away, man. You could smile the pain away, and whenever you're putting this up, whenever you're making it in the mind, you're making everything dissipate. You're changing a vibration. You ain't gotta think about fake it till you make it. There's nothing fake here, man. We are all in this now, man. There is only now. So feel the now, and if you gotta change that now, you gotta smile out. You gotta smile away. You know what I mean? Smile any type of pain away that you're in. And of course, other situations call for different types of things, but you know, for the most part, you know, you gotta delegate your energy. So I'm gonna write that. You know, write that down. Delegate your energy, and what I mean by that is, and it correlates in the patients, because you might have to go handle something else that you know you can, you know, that you know might take away your energy. You know, a certain type of person, some people call them a vampire or whatever, you know, whatever label you want to put on it to make you think this, that, or the other. Just somebody that emotionally or mentally drains you. And essentially the only one that's draining you is you, because everything is made in here. And, you know, of course, everybody's got to find their flow along the way. And when you have one of these persons that are just trying to take your, you know, take it away, what you got to do is understand, I'm going to get to you. And I'm going to set the intention that I'm going to take care of you, but I got other things to do. And, you know, unfortunately, I know not everybody can handle those situations, but, you know, you got to give yourself that mental vacation sometimes to just give yourself clarity. And when you got the clarity, you're going to have the glow. And when you have that glow, you're going to be able to flow, and you're going to be able to help people out in better ways than you can when you're, you know, just giving your energy where it doesn't need to be. Now, of course, there's going to be other hacks along the way to get your energy back. You know, it starts with the breath, it starts where you're at, and it starts with that smile. Because sometimes, like I said, you're going to have to go, you know, and give your energy where it doesn't need to flow. But for the most part, understand that you don't need to do that. Go with the Wu Wei flow. It's a Tao practice. And like I say, man, always keeping yourself, you know, believing, keeping your mind clear, keeping that beauty appear. And, you know, it's just all about, you know, spreading love, man. That's what my main intention of this page is. You know, the BCC, you know, we have, you know, we're all about manifesting our best, making our bodies huge, making us grow, naturally raising that testosterone, making your penis grow, making a huge piece of meat, swinging at the knees, throbbing at the pecs, making you your best. That's what we're about. But it's also, you know, spreading love, keeping you clear, keeping you, you know, more grounded and, you know, spiritual, and understand that we're more than the body, and everything that's in you, it's in me, it's all in between, it's all in the sea of life, man. It's a beautiful thing. And, you know, the more love that we spread, the better off we're doing here, man. And I really, I believe in that. You know, my intentions is for everybody to spread love and feel the beauty and feel everything that we got. Take that breath, you got a shot, you know, it feels good to say. And, you know, of course, we'll go with a couple more real quick. Couple of my favorite things to say is the triple D. And no, we ain't talking about diners, diamonds, and drives, Guy Fieri. We're talking about don't doubt your dick. Go ahead and write that down. I want everybody to believe in your piece. Don't use your, you know, don't use your stick for stick. You know, that's something that came to me. And it all started when I was watching, I was listening to Brad Garrett. He was in Everybody Loves Raymond. You know, he's Robbie's brother, or he's Ray's brother. You know, he's like, Robbie, Deborah. You know, he's like, hey, you know, that guy. Anyways, he always uses his. You know, if you ain't smiling, man, you know what I mean? If you ain't getting happy about a Ray Romano impression, I don't know. You know what I mean? Any way that you can smile, you're going to the divine, because laughter is love. Love is energy. Any way that you're smiling, you're doing something right. If you're putting a smile on somebody's face, even your own face, you're doing something beautiful. And that's what this is all about in this place. You know, not getting so lost about changing the whole, you know, the whole world, man, because it's all in here. You know what I mean? So you want to believe, you want to make yourself clear. You want to make yourself happy. And you're going to be able to fulfill and spread love and, you know, delegate that energy where it needs to go and keep you flowing and keep you growing. And like I said, we're talking about, you know, Brad Garrett. We're talking about, oh no, Robbie. You know, we're talking about Deborah. We're talking about him real quick. And the main reason that I say this is because he always talks about how, you know, his pieces and, you know, adequate with the rest of them, because he's a big man, you know. I mean, you see him on that show, he's right at that door, you know. I mean, he's pretty much ducking to go under. Oh, see you, man. You know, he goes under the door, and that's a big guy. And I actually have clients that are, you know, they're big, you know, they're taller men, and they want to be able to, you know, match the rest of them. And I agree with that, man. I always give them the best intention. I'm like, you know what? You grew this much. We're going to grow that one too. I mean, this is just a matter of, you know, you're already a conduit for growth. We're going to make the rest of you grow, you know, easy go. So the triple D, really, what it all comes down to is don't doubt your piece down there. You know, some people have this theory, like where you over deliver, you over promise and over deliver, however that goes. That's not my flow, man. It's not the way. That's not the way of the Triple D. You got to believe in what you are. Whenever anybody asks you what you got down there, you be proud of what you got. You know, if somebody says, you know, so how are you hanging? You pull it out. You have whip it out guarantee. That's what we do in the BCC. Believe in your piece. You know why? Because if you pull it out, and again, I don't pull it out in certain situations because apparently it's like a gun. And it's like, I mean, in this society, you know, be careful with your piece, man, because with great power comes great responsibility. Write that down, man. It's a BCC, you know, having a huge piece of meat, responsibility, part of our technique here, and Triple D. You got to understand that with a huge piece of meat comes responsibility, man. You got to respect the power of what you have. But if somebody's asking, you know, what you got, you know what I mean? It's just like, what do you know, certain situations you can whip it out, you know what I mean? Again, be mindful, all right? I'm not condoning this anywhere. Just be mindful of where you're at. And what we're saying is, you know, if somebody asks, you know, be proud of what you got. Be like, what do you got down there? Be like, I got a huge piece of meat swinging at the knees is what I got. Say whatever you got to do to feel you and make you believe and make you know that you're grown and understand that what you have is already there and you're already beautiful. Because you are beautiful as is, man. Write that down. I am beautiful. Feel beautiful. You're going to be the best you can be. And whenever you're in these like crazy weird situations where anybody's asking about, you know, what you got or whatever, you know, that's where you don't just believe in what you got, man. You don't have to be like Brad Garrett and say, oh, it's a smoke, or what am I making it a, you know, making it part of your stick. Don't make your stick your stick. Write that down. Your stick, we call it a log, man. It's a piece of meat. But don't make it your comedy stick. You know what I mean? I guess it's like, you know, some type of fancy word for comedy, but you know, I think it rhymes really well. And you know, just I really intend on you guys to feel beautiful. This, you know, feel the energy, feel the love, spread it anywhere that you can. Be more patient. It's a virtue, man, a virtue for the collective, because the more that you do, you know, keeping yourself, you know, calm in the storm, you're gonna ride it out, man. And it's not like you're gonna be like, you know, Lieutenant Dan and, you know, another movie reference, I'm sorry, movie buff here, you know, where he's screaming on top of the thing, you call this a storm? It's gonna be you and me, or whatever that, you know, whatever it's good to yell every now and then, you know. Get it out there. I have videos where I did the manual labor one. If you want to really go through my archives, I put content out daily. Check it out, man. I'm screaming in my yard. I'm cutting the lawn. It's definitely, you'll be impressed in the first 5 minutes. I guarantee that. If you hung out this lawn, you know, let's go ahead and check that out, man. I put, you know, there's some special, special clips in these videos for those that want to stay around. The BCC's about making people feel beautiful, and I'm here to make you grow, man. Help you be your best version, and intend on spreading love to the collective and to make us the giants that we are. And like I said, man, whenever you're in a situation, you ride out that storm, the patience. You know, you're gonna be, you're gonna be the only shrimp boat left, man. Like bubblegum shrimp, what they got? You know what I mean? You're gonna have that just abundance of massive meat just hanging at the knees, throbbing to the pecs. Your muscles are gonna grow. You're gonna be your best, and you're gonna be patient and spread love. And all this other stuff is just, you know, the flow of what makes you a better person. Because any type of situation where you're taken away from you being you, that's what takes away from everything, man. Understand, the penis is on the root, your third eye, your heart. You always got to come with love. You always got to come with gratitude. Write this down. Gratitude's the attitude. You wake up. You give thanks that you got a shot. You give thanks that you got a breath. You give thanks that you're even here, man. And you know what? If you want beauty up here, you keep this clear. You come with the gratitude. That's the attitude. And you know what? Just be thankful, man. Give a second to just be appreciative that we're here. That's a beautiful thing. Have a beer with the universe. Give a salute. Anything that you gotta do. Maybe you gotta have a Coca-Cola, whatever it is that makes you float. You know, whatever makes you feel something. You know, or kombucha, a green tea, any type of thing that helps you with your flow in this beautiful place. Just go ahead and do that. And as long as you ain't hurting nobody, you're doing something right. And if you're spreading love and you got the intentions of making, you know, of just raising the vibration of this place, then you're doing something right. And keeping that smile on your face, definitely a delight, definitely something right. The more smiling that you're doing, the better things, the better the world is, man. Even if you gotta go watch a comedy show or whatever it is that you gotta do to just smile, read a book, check out some things on YouTube, anything that makes you smile. You ain't gotta worry about this path to spiritual enlightenment, like some of these gurus say. You can't watch TV and you can't blah blah blah, whatever. You know what I mean? It's all about you. You find your way. There's nothing wrong with the way that you're doing. You just gotta see what serves you. If it doesn't, then you throw it out. So you gotta ask yourself, is this me or someone else? And that's, you know, subject for more or less another video, but I feel that it's a beautiful piece to close on and to just give you something, you know, to really think about. Is this me or is it somebody else? All right. So when you're in a situation and you're asking yourself, like, does this, like, people like will say, you know, law of attraction types, does this serve me? You know, like, does alcohol serve you? If it's making you a bad person, then you gotta scrap it. If you're able to ride the lightning, ride the bridge, as I say, then you're able to go with the Wu Wei. You're able to go with the flow. But if it's something that is taken away from you, if it's taken away from you being a patient person, a beautiful person, being able to have, you know, love and gratitude and all the proper intentions that you need, that you know, should be set, helping you be your best. If any of that is taken away from who you are, then you gotta just take that and just shoot it to the stars, man. Because anything that's in here, man, if you guys just take it out, understand that all these things are only, you know, what you do with them. And if you gotta take these thoughts, just, you know, these things ain't who I am. These things ain't stopping me from being the best person I can be. So I take anything that doesn't make me the best and I just throw it to the rest. Breathe in the growth, breathe in the love. And sometimes you gotta plunge out the negativity, and that's a quick hack for you too. And like I said, man, just check where you're at. Follow the Wu Wei flow. If it doesn't serve you, let it go. If it's helping you flow, it's helping you smile, let's let it grow, man. That's what it's all about. Write down anything that you found entertaining out of this video, anything that you found profound. That's a nice rhyme. Anything that you found profound in this video, go ahead and write that down. We're all about, you know, smiling, spreading love, and growing. The BCC, man. Make sure that you guys hit me up. You know, hit me on my social media, and of course, you know, ring the bell so you get them daily notifications. And hey, yo, I didn't hear no bell. You know, Rocky would really appreciate it if you ring the bell. I didn't hear no bell. You know what I mean? So make sure you hit the bell. And of course, you know, leave some comments down below. Send some love. Leave some comments on the gram. Get in my DMs if you really, you know, if you intend on, you know, needing some more help. I can help you grow. I can give you the piece to match. You know, I can give you a piece that can help you be your best. I can help you manifest more muscle. And I can, you know, help you with spiritual and other types of ways to just make you, you know, make you your best and make you feel some kind of way. So get at me in the BCC, send some love, anything that you want some help on, comment down below. I'm here for you. Content's getting put out daily. I love you guys. Have a beautiful experience. More to come. Peace.